Willie D Live.
Man. I'm all right, man. You know, I can't call it. I might stall it.
Yeah,
Hey,
same here, you heard?
good to see you, King. Good to
Yeah,
see
you
you.
right, bro. You too, man. You too, bro.
How you holding up, man?
Man, look, I'm just thinking about freedom, bro. That was
Yeah.
out on my end.
Right.
So you heard me. I know it's been a minute, but shit, look like shit happening now. Everything rolling how I needed to roll.
Yeah.
So hopefully you dig this the year. So
Right.
that what it feeling like, you heard me?
Hey, what's the main that I read some of the paperwork, some of the new evidence that's been out there. Can you share what are some of the legal points that your team are making to get you out of there?
Well, you know the 10-2 is one of the main things spearhead right now. That's the old Jim Crow racist law that started way back in the G.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still in effect only in Louisiana. At first, it was just Louisiana and Oregon, but now it's Louisiana, Oregon made it retroactive, meaning that everybody who fall under that case, the reason I'm not free when the Supreme Court say, look, 10-2 is unconstitutional, let them out, give them a new trial. The reason me and 900 more dudes not free is because our court dates was earlier than the dude and some dudes. So just because we missed it by a month, a year, or 2 years that we was at trial earlier, we still sit. So we really held captive right now. We really like sitting at a law that don't even exist. Mm-hmm. So it's like 900, me and 900 brothers, but just going through it, trying to make the 10-2 retroactive. So that's one thing. Then the only two witnesses they had recanted in my case, and they don't want to accept the recantation because see, any judge that mess with my case or give me play, they get out. They ain't getting voted for no more. It's just like that down here. But me, that is like no other, bro. They stones for real.
So I wanted to go over some of the points that your lawyer made. Judge Martha, how do you say her name? Sassoni?
Sassoni.
That was your original judge, and she was ousted by Judge Ellen Kovac in 2008. And this is the first time in 84 years that the 24th Judicial District Judge, Division K, had not been reelected. This was primarily due to the fact that she alerted the FBI on Jefferson Parish courthouse corruption and also spoke on the corruption that was happening in her court on record at Miller's new trial hearing. Judge Sassoni is willing to talk about the corruption and expose the many wrongdoings that has been stipulated. Alongside the blatant corruption, Judge Kovac, is it Kovac? Kovac. Yeah, Kovac.
Yeah.
Judge Kovac used Miller's case. Check this out, family. Judge Kovac used Miller's case in a negative manner to try and unseat Judge Sassoni. During Kovac's campaign, she sent out mailers that had the slogan, "Getting away with more than murder," with Corey Miller's picture on them. Although Kovac won, an ethics committee ruled that her campaign crossed ethical lines for using C. Murder case as propaganda to be elected. Her actions and mishandling of her campaign advertisements left Miller unable to get a fair trial in Jefferson Parish. The jury verdict. Judge, is it Legerberg? Yeah, was the presiding judge on Miller's retrial. Promised the jury that they would hear the 911 call, the 911 calls, where the caller, Darnell Jordan, does not describe Corey Miller as the shooter. He later reversed that decision and claimed Code of Criminal Procedure Article 793 prohibited him from sending the recording to jurors. The article only states that there are not to refer to notes or access written evidence if the jurors are unable to reach a verdict. The jurors actually reached a 9-3 verdict and was very confident in their decision, but Judge Ligeberg demanded that they go back and deliberate further. This is where it gets really, really crazy. So not only did he use an article to withhold pertinent audio from the jurors, he placed a heavy burden upon the jurors that were voting not guilty. This caused duress on one juror to become extremely ill from the pressure to change her verdict to guilty. After Ms. Bazile refused to change her verdict to guilty, Mary Jacobs, another juror that had voted not guilty, decided to change her verdict to guilty to protect Ms. Jacobs from any further harassment from the fellow jurors. Mr. Jacobs went on record to say that should have been Mrs. Jacobs. Yeah, Mrs. Jacobs went on record to say that she and Bazile were shaking so badly, she ran into the bathroom, she was throwing up her guts, she couldn't function anymore. That's when she said she decided the judge don't want to hear the truth. The judge don't want to listen to me, doesn't want to listen to us. I told them, you want him to be guilty, he's guilty. Now let's get the hell out of here. That is no damn reason to put a human being in jail for life, man, just because you tired of being in the damn jury room, because you're tired of deliberating. That ain't no reason. That's cold-blooded, man. It's gotta be somebody out there, you know. I mean, really, this should be all hands on deck, really. Like anybody who claimed to be a lawyer, who claimed to be righteous, all of these people, all of these lawmakers, all of these people that's got the power, all of them should just converge on Louisiana and say, let that man go. What the hell y'all holding that man for? You know, this seems like one of those situations where we're going to hold him just because we can, or we don't want to be proven wrong, so we're going to keep him in here. It doesn't matter that he's wasting away. It don't matter that we're keeping him away from his family, keeping him away from his freedom. We're going to keep him in here just because we can. That's cold-blooded, man. Sealed secret motions. You got sealed secret motions. You got, when Miller's lawyer, Rachel Connor, filed his first, Raquel filed his first post. Is it Rachel, right? It's Rachel. Yeah, Rachel Connor filed his first post-conviction relief. The state immediately went behind her and filed 31 sealed secret motions. This information was never provided to Miller or his attorney. Once discovering that these motions were filed, Miller's attorney then requested that this evidence be provided to him. The response he received was that they are only going to provide half of the documents, and the majority of the information that is given to Miller will be redacted. A few examples of what these files consisted of are as follows: audio tape recordings, jury verdict polling slips, motions to insurances of subpoenas, material witness warrants, internal affairs investigation, internal affairs case report, disciplinary action reports, exculpatory evidence, order to seal disciplinary records of Freeze and Kroger, petition for order of habeas corpus, and supplemental inventory of documents, just to name a few. If Miller and his attorneys were provided this information at the time of the post-conviction relief, he would have had more than enough evidence of the blatant corruption to free him. So, man, what all of this is going on, all of this corruption, who's actually helping you like navigate through this and try to get you out of here? Who's helping you now? Because I know you went through a series of lawyers, right?
Yeah, but you know, when it kicked off, I was on my own. I had to fight David and Goliath. You heard me, bro?
Yeah.
So I had to go through the mud and through all the steps and fighting all my own battles, all my own business. You heard me? And so after years and years of that, and people start seeing, you know, in hand and seeing I'm still kicking, still handling business, ain't never quiet down. And I start getting them my stuff in the right people's hand, that's when I got Kim Kardashian, bro. So she been on the case, and she got her legal team on the case. They doing some amazing things for me, you hear me? But you got to realize that they way out there in Cali. I'm way down here, so you know.
Almost like out of sight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a process, you heard me? So you know, even though everybody diligently moving, but you know, it's like I just got to sit waiting and chill. But at the same time, you know, I don't like chilling. I like being on the front lines and battle, you hear me?
Right.
But I'm just glad that I do got some prominent people that got my back and they're stepping forward and handling business, because it's rough on your own handling that, man. Trying to fight, like you see, they corruption deep in Louisiana and in the coast system, you hear me?
Yeah.
So, you know, they roots going all the way in the earth. So they know how to clean up. They have all of their good old boys that they deal with, the judges, the DAs, you know, all the detectives, everybody that deny my appeals and all of that stuff. So I can't get in the door. They know if I get a hearing, I'm gone. They know if they grant one appeal, I'm gone. So I ain't never had an appeal grant. I ain't never got evidentiary hearing. They never wanted to even give me a hearing to hear the two witnesses that recanted. They just say, oh, we don't believe they trustworthy. But they were trustworthy for you to convict me, but they ain't trustworthy now when they come forward and do a legal affidavit. No, anytime that happens, they give you a hearing. So you could come and they could judge, could fill you out. That's required that they give you a hearing for any recantation. But they still ain't never did it for me at all. So that's what it is. They've been blackballed. They know that any judge that grant anything for me down there in JP, they know it's over with, like it did Sassoon, you heard me? So they spooked out, bro. So I'm suffering on this end because I can't get no justice, no kind of way. They scared to give me justice. Even the ones that won't do it, they can't do it. So they're going to take the big people to come down here and handle business, you heard me? But like I said, I've been scrapping on my own fight. That's why it's taking so long, you heard me?
Hey, you know what? I meant to ask. I should have asked you this before I started, so I'm gonna have to pause this. Are you able to show your face?
No.
Can't show you. Okay,
that's
cool.
What I'm saying.
Okay, well, cool.
It's gonna be a time.
Okay.
So look,
okay.
When I say look, you can roll with it.
Yeah.
Because when I go in my mood, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna say roll. Because I'm going my mood and going public with everything. You heard me?
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you, you can roll.
But what we're discussing right now is, can I make that public, or that's just you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You definitely can make that public.
All right.
So
okay.
I tell you,
yeah, I got you. So what's one piece of evidence or testimony you feel that has been most misunderstood or ignored by the public?
Oh man, basically, it's like a gumbo pot, bro. It's just that the system down there. Everybody that ain't from Louisiana ain't gonna really understand it. You heard me?
Right.
I just gotta beat this system, and the only way I can beat this system is by keep shouting, keep being a burden. They thought that I was on crack and crumble and break all this time, and now that they see that they got an adversary, you know, a worthy adversary, so now they trying to, I don't know, they really don't know what to do with me now. They wish they could just be like holding a dog off. They wish they could just let me out, but they're afraid. What I'm gonna do? He get out. What's he gonna do? He gonna sue us. He gonna bring the system. He gonna bring our system now. Hell yeah, I'm gonna bring this system now. You think I'm gonna accept this and sit all this time for nothing? I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna free myself, and then I'm gonna free everybody else that y'all got here down bad too. They're gonna break the system in half over here. You heard me?
Yeah.
That's my goal. That's just the way it is with me. They kind of should have, they messed with the wrong one. They don't know it by now. They're going to figure that out soon, you heard?
When you went in, did you have an idea that the system was as corrupt as it is? Did you have any idea that it was this corrupt? Or did you have?
No, I ain't know, bro. That was the case I'd have been. Because see, every time my people went to jail, my partners, everything they needed, I just provided it. But see, New Orleans is different from Jefferson Parish. I got called JP. I ain't never knew JP system. And that's a real bad, corrupted, racist system. They got the highest rate conviction, and they got the highest convictions overturned in the world.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Because they
Right.
always get you
Right.
down bad. So that's what's going on. I ain't know where I was going. I got caught in a little spider web over there, and see like Nick can't get out there.
Yeah.
Say all these kind of different. It's a whole different world over there. So you got some parishes in Louisiana that that no black people don't even need to be in. That one of them,
Yeah. Hey, how much of your celebrity do you think that helped you or hurt you?
Well, man, being a celeb, it's a two-edged sword. It helped you and it hurt you, even in jail. But when I got arrested, I wouldn't have got arrested. I wouldn't even been accused of this crime if I wasn't the biggest fish in that club. So it hurt me there because they saw an opportunity to get me and get a name for themselves. And that's what it's all about, politics and in the law system. You grab the biggest fish, detectives arrest the biggest fish, the DAs go to trial against the big fish. They're going to make a name for themselves. Just like the judge that, like Williamsburg, he prosecuted me. He made it his job, his duty to prosecute me because he didn't want to hear nothing from the jurors. He didn't want to hear nothing about the law. He made his own law up trial.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he became an appellate judge. So they used me as their platform. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was all strategic, bro. And like I said, I didn't know what I was getting myself into in that whole system over there. But they used to it. They do it all the time. I wasn't the first dude, and I ain't gonna be the last dude that got swindled over there. You heard me?
Yeah.
It's just a way of life over there, bro. So it's like something gotta give. And, that system got to be broken down, bro. You heard me?
Yeah.
That place it's gonna take the right person, come home, put the right team together, and shut all that down. And they're gonna have to revamp that, there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think that's why they're afraid to really let me out, because they see what my mental at now, and they know all the power that come with that too. You heard me?
Right.
And I have the public eye. I have the person. They know I ain't scared of them. They know I'm ready to take a walk. You heard me?
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with them. They spooking, but can't stop what's meant to happen. That's
right.
why I say I can feel the energy now, and I know it's about to be time. You know? So I'm just waiting for that gate to open. I see that gate right there. So with everything going on, the laws and all of this stuff, and people starting to look at releasing people out of jail differently than what it used to be. It was taboo at first, politicians. It's like, no, we can't do that. We're not going to get revoted. We're not going to do this. But, it's a different world now. They like, man, we losing money. We got to get the deficit down, and that we holding all these inmates in, and these bad laws and stuff like that. People start to acknowledge that the system is messed up. They start to see, you heard me? So now it's like, well, now they taking the ear, they listening, they trying to fix, a broken system and stuff like that, you heard me?
Yeah.
So, it's baby stuff, but now as they start put some pep in this stuff, that's where me and all my dudes fall in, you heard me? We just ready.
Yeah. Can you talk
at the same time?
Yeah. No, go ahead and finish. You said at the same time?
No, we ready, but at the same time, we got to be preparing to, like, we got to be doing, we got to be doing as much, learning this legal work, learning the process, giving the lawyers the right information. We got to be, can't just sit up in here and just put the head down and lallygag and stuff. Man, you trying to go home, better handle your business. Get out of here. Don't go in there and get caught up in the system. They got a lot of people get in, they just give up. They be like, man, Louisiana don't want to get that, so I'm going to just get caught up in jail. Nah, you can't get that mentality, man. You got to help your team out. You got to set some goals for yourself. You got to take care of business. You got to stand up, be a man, like a real man. Like, you got responsibility. You got kids out there. What you going to do for them? You going to keep sitting, holding your head down, or you going to make a way for them? So, it's mental, you heard me?
Yes. Speaking of family, like what type of impact has your case had on your family, especially your kids?
My daughters, man, look, I'm proud of them, bro, because you know, I was able to really be a part of their life. And our bond ain't it ain't hitting our bond. We still jam, we still close, and they doing good. They excelling out there, so that mean a lot. Because it could have went the wrong way. You heard me? Be drugged out, all kind of foods. But
yeah,
I'm proud of them. And so, you know, but of course, Dad ain't them, so it ain't gonna never be the same.
right.
And they ain't got nobody but me. So I provide for them from here, you know, send them to school, make sure they join life and stuff like that. Cause they ain't get no help from nobody else. But they see where the real love at. You heard me? So as long as they got a good understanding of life and stuff like that, and we good, then I can't ask for nothing more though, you heard me?
Right. Hey, let's say your case was overturned today. Let's say if it was overturned today and you got out tomorrow. You know, what would be your first step at, you know, reclaiming and rebuilding like your legacy?
Oh man,
rewriting your story, you know?
Oh,
reclaiming your story. I won't even say rewriting, I'll say reclaiming your story.
I'm ready, you heard me? I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready. I do an album, let everybody know what's been going on. But I must run true record, the label. You dig? I've been writing movies, I've been writing books in here. I've been reaching out to different people as far as different executives and stuff, putting some deals together too. So I just finished my autobiography too, so I'm about to get that. Just got it copyrighted, so I'm about to drop that. And with that, I'm trying to get some movies together. So I write some movies. I want to do some acting, but at the same time, I want to do true films and do my own movie.
Right.
You heard me? So I'm excited about a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I'm just excited to do all of the different things I've been thinking about as far as business-wise. See what I'm saying? All the different business ideas that I've been putting together and been reaching out to people, and they wait for my feet to touch the solid ground. I'm just ready to put all that together. But I'm really excited about my label. You heard me? So I really want to get that label jumping, bro, because I got some great ideas for that too. You know, just how we did No Limit. Then it's my time to do my thing. When No Limit was running, I just had that energy in me. I was like, man, let me run the tank right quick. And they were like, no, that's why I started to record, but then I got locked up. So I couldn't. So I'm ready to do my thing under my wing. Nobody hindering me, holding me back. So I could show the world what see God, you heard me?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good journey. Everybody know how I'm coming, you heard me? My work ethic and all that. And the music been the easy. That's easy up. I'm excited about all the other stuff. And plus, taking my girls to another level with what they doing, you heard me? As far as everything that they doing under their branches of businesses, I want to elevate them. So everything gonna kind of elevate, you heard me?
Yeah, yeah. Man, how do you keep your peace in that, man, knowing that you're an innocent man?
Man, I don't know. I think it was my upbringing that keep me focused and sane. You heard me?
Yeah.
See, my upbringing and things that I went through. I talk about it in my book too. You heard me? Just like that's nigga was kind of molded. There's a purpose for me being here, and I see that now. And I see that I started a union called the Purpose Union. So I want that to be what I want it to be, like Underground Railroad modernized. So once I'm free, I'm gonna do like old Harry did, come back to the Underground Railroad and free everybody else that's in the same situation. So I'm gonna take care of Louisiana, break their system down, open the floodgates, then I'm gonna take it nationwide. So I'll be visiting other prisons where people, family are there, hit me up and be like, this is my case, this was going on. I'm going straight to the jail, sit down in a cell with them, talk to them, and say, all right, I'm about to pick the case up. We about to get you home. That's what I want to do. And along with everything else that I'm doing, you heard me?
Right.
Yeah, so like I said, it's on, bro. It's on. They messed with the wrong one. That's why I'm tweaking. I can't wait, bro. You heard me?
Yeah. You saw what happened. I mean, I know you heard what happened with Tory Lanez getting stabbed up 14 times. Have you had to deal with anything like that while you've been there? Because I know sometimes that celebrity can work for you, but it can work against you in prison. Because I know when I was locked up, I had to bust a couple of skulls. You know, I had to beat a couple of niggas' heads in. You know, for thinking that it was sweet. So I mean, have you had to deal with anything like that since you've been locked up?
Well, it's like this, yo. I'm sorry they happened to Tori, but he could have lost his life.
Yeah.
Man, you just gotta feel the energy. You just gotta read the room. You just gotta have that presence, that aura, and just just walk around, swim around short. That's how I just feel like I'm short swimming. Just swim around me, we're gonna be all right.
Right.
See what I'm at? So, that's how it go. I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah.
So everybody, just stay out my way. We gotta understand, stay out my way. I'm stay out y'all way. We got a great understanding, but I kind of like take all the dudes under my wing, yo. You heard me?
Yeah.
And I got everybody that's trued up. So everybody true. Angola, TRU.
Huh. Okay. So, but you've been in the same place the whole time, right? Have you?
No, man. They kicked me out of here before twice.
Okay.
So they sent me to Wade. That's Wade, one of the places where they said, get in trouble, do that. But they sent me to Hunts before, try to. I don't know. It just be like that. Some things you just can't afford, dude. And that was one of few of them times. But yeah, mainly I've been here in Angola all the time.
Yeah.
You heard me?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you was finishing your thought.
Yeah, that's just the journey, man. You know how it go. Everything ain't sweet.
Right.
It's real. Now, don't think it ain't real. It's real deal.
Right.
I mean, dudes get jugged up, fight all day, tweaked out in there. They full of everything you can name. It's serious, but it's potential for anything to occur at any moment.
Right.
That's just prison life.
Right.
But you gotta learn how to take all that, regulate it, put it all in order, and make everything conform to how you want it to conform.
Right.
See what I mean?
Right.
So you just take advantage, take control, and once everybody knows who take control and how the pieces need to be, everything move accordingly.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. That can't explain it other way.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna ask you something, man. Do you remember you were in Houston? I think it was the last time I saw you. Me and you was riding through downtown Houston. Do you remember that time that we did that?
Yep.
I think you were driving. But yeah, that was some good times, man. That was some good times.
That was throwback, boy.
Yeah, that's a throwback. You got a lot of people, man, that's riding for you, man, that's in your corner, man. But like you said, I don't think people realize how corrupt and how devilish these people, the people that are in charge out there, these politicians who walk around in these suits with this authority, these suits and guns and that wear these black robes, when I don't think they really understand, how evil these people are, and they don't care nothing about justice, the truth, none of that. All they care about is advancing their careers and getting paid, and punishing anybody that walk through those doors, especially black folks.
Yeah, that's the seriousness of it. That's why it's gonna take somebody with a verse that really been through it to expose it and make everybody well, because like you say, they are they don't know. So I think my case, and once I'm really able to really get out there and speak and put my whole puzzle and expose everything, put all the pieces together and let everybody present everything that's been going on in this system, that's the only way they're gonna really know. Mm-hmm. So I think it's getting up to that already with everybody that's on my team and everything we got in order. That platform, that's what I need to do, and that was gonna get me home, exposure. And I could do it on a much larger scale when I'm home, but we're gonna do it as big as we can while I'm in there. But I have to move at other people's pace right now. And I don't like being handcuffed and held back, held down. I like to get in a war and in a fight. I've been calming down a lot because my people be trying to get in my head telling me this. I be wanting to go with moves that other motherfuckers ain't gonna go with. But trying to be politically correct and roll with my people and roll with my team, man. But that's hard because that's taking out my character, really. And I be wanting to be more aggressive. You heard me? But it is what it is. You know, like you say, it's gonna take people being aware, and that's what I'm gonna give. I'm gonna bring the proof. That's how I'm gonna come home, and that's gonna bring awareness, and that's when everybody gonna want to hear the story. That's when the investigative reporters gonna get involved, CNS, CBS News, and all that, and everything gonna take off. So, me and Kim doing a documentary. So, with that documentary, it's gonna have everything too. So that's gonna be big.
That's gonna be big. That's important. That documentary is important because the documentary oftentimes either is the documentary has been used as a very effective tool to exonerate the innocent. Because people don't know. And once you put that out there on a large scale, on a big platform, somebody like Netflix will pick it up because it's Kim Kardashian. They'll pick it up. And because it's you, they'll pick it up. So once that gets out there and people start seeing that stuff, people from all walks of life, they be like, no, man, we can't let that happen, man. We can't. Even the uncivilized mutts out there who are in position of power be like, well, I think I want to act like I care about this situation. We can't let this guy. I want to be a part of that right there because it looks like he's going home. He got to go home. You cannot justify keeping this man in jail with all of these holes in this case. We can't justify that. You got to let the man go.
Yeah. That's what I told her. I was like, man, the documentary, I need to do it. I say, look, I got somebody that's interested. She like, no, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to go take the books. We're going to put it out. So she hollered at, I don't know the dude's name, but he done won awards already, you heard? So we put that together now, man. We already got, I wrote up a kind of synopsis on how I want it, my ideas, and then dude gonna come in. And so we gonna see, girl.
Yeah.
We gonna see. So that's where we at. I'm doing everything I can do with the things that I have, that I'm forced to have, you heard me? Yeah. I just can't wait to be able to do everything I want to do without no limitation. Yeah. Because they're gonna be serious then, you heard me?
Right. Yeah, we absolutely we're gonna absolutely do this again. But before we go, is there anything that we haven't covered that you want the people to know?
Well, every day, what I do, every day I record music, work on music, so I'm still doing that. I just want to be so right, so crucial, so much on the level that when I drop that one album, that when I come home is exquisite. You heard me? So, iron sharpen iron. So don't think I'm just sitting there and doing nothing. Every day I'm working, every day I'm figuring out different things I need to do to come home. Every day my head up, spirits high. I know it's been long, but when I come home, I ain't gonna be that bitter dude, man. I'm gonna enjoy life. I'm gonna fight for me. I'm gonna fight for others. I'm gonna maintain. I've been in there. I've been standing on 10 toes, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just ready, bro. And just want them to know your boy ain't been just sitting. Your boy been really diligent, getting his mind together, getting himself together, and elevated mentally on all levels. So, I'm just ready to hit the street. And they gonna see when I touch down how I'm coming, you heard me?
Yeah, we ready to see you, man. We ready to see you touch down, man. If that's, man, anything that I could do, man, we locked in now. So, man, let me know. Let me know. Whatever I can do for you, bro. However I can use my platform, my name, my likeness, whatever, my resources, you let me know.
All right.
I'm riding with you. All right, so.
All right, bro.
In a minute. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
All right.
Salute.